Hey there, CIS170. Before we take a look at anything else in the content that is, structured vertically below where this video is probably going to end up, one thing I did want to mention again here in session 2 is that you absolutely positively should sign up for a Repl account. There's a couple of different reasons for this. The biggest reason is that if you do not sign up for an account rather, you will not be able to have access to any of the demo files that I have sprinkled throughout each of the modules here for the next essentially 15 weeks. So that's necessary. The other thing that is potentially not entirely necessary but is entirely nice is once you have an account and once you are inside of Repl creating code, let's just say that something horrible happens. You have instant loss of internet access for whatever reason, just like happened when some Claude, that'd be me, went ahead and kicked the the power out from the rig he's recording on right now, and boom, all of the equipment here gets turned off. Were we using something like Visual Studio Code? Were we using something much more heavyweight like Visual Studio or Xcode, or pick your your developer's environment of choice? Were we using any of those, my code would have been completely wiped away. Now, for in this particular instance, I will admit to you that there was only like 30 lines of code. That's not too many for me to go back and say, well, that was not optimal, but not insanely bad. But I can tell you, having survived this long in academia, having survived this long in development, that absolutely positively it has happened to people where you start and you find a groove in developing your code, and suddenly you find that you have gone hundreds of lines, you have gone dozens of functions, which we'll talk about actually later in chapter 6. So that's a little breadcrumb to stick with us until like November. But you have written dozens of functions, and all of a sudden something goes wrong. A UPS, a power supply, blows, and your machine kicks out, and now you're in deep trouble. With Repl, everything is instantly saved, so you do not have to feel like there's ever going to be an opportunity for you to lose work with forward momentum. Should the fit hit the shan, everything is still in place for you there. So if you haven't already done so, because I know I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make you all drink, go ahead and take that drink here, please, and go sign up for Repl. The opportunity to see the demo files, the opportunity not to have your code essentially obliterated is and should be enough enticement to get that done. So make sure you do that. Then come on back, and when you click through on the examples, and there will be a video on this just because it looks weird, but when you click through on the examples, just hit fork and you'll have your own section of the code that you can play with. So go sign up, come meet us back here.